And you know what's crazy is on the subject of China, they're actually doing something similar with the AI in the school system too.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So what they doing? So I saw this article, right, where they're testing an AI in the classroom type of thing, where they're trying to see how well students are paying attention to the lesson. So what they do is they put these headbands on the kids, and it can track, if they're blinking, if they're tired, if they're focused, if they're drifting off, and it creates a whole report card in a sense of their activity. So then what they can do is then tweak their lesson plans to be like, okay, oh, this particular student isn't responding or isn't learning, so I can do this better or that worse and things like that.
So I know you have a video here.
Yes, I do.
Of this. I haven't seen this video, so you guys are gonna be checking it out pretty much with me. And you've seen a part of this video?
I've seen a little part of it, yeah.
So she's seen a little part of the video. So we're gonna be checking this out together. But let me ask you a question, right? How much is too much? So you get the chance, right? You're a parent. I'm a parent. We're a parent. You guys are parents. You're at work, and see how far is too much. You're at work and you put your kid to daycare. The daycare doesn't have any cameras. You can't call the daycare. All you can do is pick your kid up at the end of the day and drop them off at the beginning of the day. Is that enough surveillance for you?
I mean, we had to force ourselves to get used to it.
No, I'm saying, is that enough surveillance? Would you like to be able to call the daycare if you wanted to?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not enough surveillance. I would think it's not enough. It wouldn't be enough surveillance. So now let's add the phone call. Now you can call them when you want to. Is that enough surveillance? You like that?
That's better.
It's better.
I would want a little more.
So, okay. So now we're going to add some surveillance. What about, not only can you call them, you can text them too, and they'll text you back. And
maybe I could see them on video.
And you can see them on video. Is that enough surveillance?
Yep, that's enough for me.
Okay. And so would you now want them to put a headband on your son or daughter so you can track their every move all day, whether they went to the field, whether you all? Is that too much?
Too much.
So do you think that we're going too far here?
It's tough because there's pros and cons to this. Like, they can really refine the school system and the curriculum off of this data. Like, they really can, and they can bring that information to the United States, and they can help us in certain ways.
So is this in China too?
That's in China too.
All right, let's see how the Chinese is doing it, because maybe they're doing something different. Maybe this is just innovative. Maybe this is something that we should be looking into. But I guess I'm a little old school, so this type of stuff it seems invasive because I wouldn't want it if I was a kid. But let's look and see what they're talking about.
Teachers at this primary school in China know exactly when someone isn't paying attention. These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
That is crazy. There's a little part of me that likes it though.
See? I knew it.
There's a little part of me that likes it because it's like you're not paying attention. But then again, man, what if that kid is just not that they don't
learn in that way?
Right. What if they don't learn? What if they don't get interested in that way? I guess.
It does shine a light on those students though, the ones that are struggling and maybe don't learn in that way the teacher is teaching. They might be a visual learner. They might be hands-on learner.
Man, that is wild. But you don't think this is a little bit invasive of privacy?
It is invasive because the first time I saw it, I was appalled. I'm not going to lie. I was appalled the very first time I saw it. But as I thought about it, I was like, how can this really benefit students? I feel like it would create little robots, but are they going to be smart as heck? Yeah. Like we already know in America, Asians, in particular, the Chinese or wherever they're from, they tend to have a better reputation for academics.
Yeah. Because
they're trained from child.
Well, they're basically working. It's a job for them, 12 hours plus a day. Like, it's a job for them. Where us, it's not like that for us.
We get playtime.
So that's pretty wild though. All right, I want to watch a little bit more of this because that's pretty wild. But there's a little piece of me that likes it, but there's also a little piece of me that's like, dang man, that's a little much.
China has big plans to become a global leader in artificial intelligence.
Look at all that.
It has enabled a cashless economy where people make purchases with their faces. A giant.
Yeah. So they have the palm thing where you can pay with your palm. Now they got the face. Yeah.
Tell me you would want this? Who would want this? I wouldn't want this. I like cash. I kind of like my debit card. I don't like the fact that they can just shut me down like they did Tate. They shut him down on all his electronics. All his electronics, all of his stuff.
Stop him if he had cash.
But if you got cash, you can move around at least.
Yeah, they taking everything away.
So you got to be a law-abiding citizen.
Yep.
And the laws may not even be around with your morals. And your morals, you may have a religion that they don't agree with, and now they want to take that away from you. And
imagine if you're someone of interest with the government or whatever.
It's a wrap.
And you want to go buy a freaking banana on your lunch break.
It's a wrap.
They scan your face. He's buying a banana. Let's get him.
But there's positives too. There's major positives. You can stop terrorist threats and all this different stuff. But that's some major negatives though, because man, if they got a grudge against you, then you're a wrap. Then they can put their drones against you. They got their neural link in the brain. You can't pay for nothing with your eyeballs. You can't do nothing. It's crazy.
Giant network of surveillance cameras with facial recognition helps police monitor citizens. Meanwhile, some schools offer glimpses of what the future of high-tech education in the country might look like. Classrooms have robots that analyze students' health and engagement levels. Students wear uniforms with chips that track their locations. There are even surveillance cameras that monitor how often students check their phones or yawn during classes.
Checking their phone and yawning. I kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
That's wild. So this is from the Wall Street Journal. Y'all could definitely check that out. But that is a wow. I don't know.
That's crazy. So they got this social credit system. They got it in the classroom. What's next?
Man. So anyway, there's with this AI taking over and kind of checking your every move, because I think everybody should be aware of this. I think that, most people are probably not aware that this is happening. But if we're more aware, then we can kind of prepare and see like, okay, what can we do to prepare ourselves for this new wave of technology that's going to be infiltrating the classroom, probably infiltrating your job, infiltrating the social structure? Like, how can we be able to move within these circles? Because in the next 3 to 5 years, it's going to be a different world as all this stuff is in there. And especially a lot of it's already there too. It's pretty wild. So anyway, there was one of my favorite channels on YouTube. It's called Valuetainment with a good friend. We wish we were closer, but we're going to get close in the future. I do know him. His name is Patrick Bet-David. A lot of people know him, but he was talking about something, and it has something to do with this AI technology. It was a couple of days ago when I believe he was talking to who was it? Do you remember who he was talking to?
It was a woman, no?
Yeah. Is her name
Candace Owens?
Is it Candace? We're going to see. Anyway, they were having a conversation, and the AI technology came out, and I thought that, I was like, it kind of blew my mind about this technology. Check this out, what they were talking about. This was the wildest thing to me. So check this out. Boom, 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 boom.
So I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are on this. So this is a new technology tracking which one of these workers at this coffee shop are working the hardest, the AI, and then it tracks which customers sit in there the longest to track. So watch this AI. Go for it. Camera does all of this for you. Anna's done 20 cups. Vika's done 10 cups. Elena's done 10 cups. Olga's done 3 cups. So the boss can come back and say, hey, Olga, any reason why you sat your ass down for an hour, all you did is 3 cups all day, you're fired, right?
No. Wow. That is crazy.
Oh my God.
Olga's made only 3 cups.
Oh my gosh. You be in there on 3 cups like.
But you know what? As in the eyes of an employer, this is awesome. I want winners on my team. I don't want an Olga only making 2 or 3 cups. I want freaking Henry that's gonna hustle and make 15. Would you?
Man, I'm seeing it both ways. I'm seeing it both ways. I'm seeing it both ways. Because there's a part of me, okay, as an employer, I would love to see that, but it almost feels like there's something about it that doesn't feel right.
It's the same feeling as everything else, which is a little bit of an invasion of your privacy.
It feels like robotic. It feels like let's take, for instance, if that same tracking system was down, but they were all cyborgs. They were all like robots, not cyborgs, because that's part human, but like all like androids, right? Then I would love it. Then I'm like, yo.
Because you're not like dealing with anybody with a human conscience.
Yeah, this feels like slavery. To me,
okay, but I don't see it as that's a little bit extensive, right?
Yeah,
I'm thinking when you
them.
hire somebody, you say you have a standard. Hey, I want you to, on average, be able to hit this quota. So if you hit way below the quota, it's obvious you slipping.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's a fair game.
I do like the fact that you can see this person doing 3 cups, that person doing 20 cups, and you kind of know what's happening. But like, but what about the opposite side? If you're look at this,
customer,
you're a customer, and you've seen this. Let's go back. If I'm this customer, I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes. Why are you tracking me that I'm here for an hour and 15 minutes? Because I'm taking money from your store, and I'm because I only bought a 25-cent coffee, and I'm here for half the day to do my homework.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You're my kicking spot.
I didn't ask for all that.
But that's what they're doing.
As an employee, you sign paperwork and you agree to terms, but as a customer, you don't sign a paperwork.
Well, they don't have any names and stuff, but how do you know?
I still don't like that, because what if facial recognition? Oh man, this guy freaking Tyler comes in every single day from 3 to 7 p.m.
And yeah, you start putting rules. Hey, you can only be.
Hey,
you're gonna be
if
treating,
Tyler comes back, he can only stay for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna be treating people like the parking in LA.
What do they do?
You know how you have like you can only be hour-long parking or 30 minutes here. It's gonna be one of them confusing signs. You don't even know if you're gonna be able to sit down or not. You're gonna be like, I don't even know if I can do it or not.
Oh my God!
Can you please?
You know what? That might lower people's sales if customers knew they were being tracked. I feel like I wouldn't want to go there.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't, because I would want to feel like family, and this doesn't feel like family.
Feel comfortable. It's like family.
And why would I want to work there too? Because
Mm-hmm.
why would I want to work there? This other person's not doing all that to me, and this person's doing that to me. Now, as the employer, I'm like, yeah, I want to know what I'm paying for.
But you know what? Their employers are already doing this. From people who like work from home or work at a computer, they can look at you through your webcam. I have friends that work in a situation like that where they're being watched, and I've had someone be fired because they said that they were on their phone too long on the clock. They were too distracted while on the clock.
Wow. So I get, but see, I also thought that working from home with all that camera stuff, seeing your background, all that, that's kind of an invasion too, but you're allowing it.
I mean, it's the perks of working from home.
They used to say, like my dad's older, he's 70, but when he was like maybe in his 50s, they used to say this, like once the internet was established and people had their own computers, that you were going to actually work less. They said that.
Yeah.
Because they said productivity would go up, so we would have to work less. You have more time with your family. That hasn't happened. The more technology we have, the more we're required to do. Like they want you to be even more productive because we have Chat GPT or Midjourney or all these different types of.
They want you to really work for it.
Yeah, they want you to do everything. That. It's wild. It's super crazy. Anyway,
the world we live in.
So I want to see it. I'm gonna see if there's a little bit more. Maybe there's a little bit more.
Guys deserve to just get exactly what they're getting paid. They can't ask for a raise. Now I'll put the picture I texted you in Congress, which is very interesting.
Paid?
This AI now.
Did he say they get paid what they do? Like you can't ask for a raise.
Well, look, he's basically saying it's like, hey. You know, if Olga's not doing nothing, but Henry's doing a lot, then Olga can come to me and say, hey, you know, I would like a raise. I'm doing 20 cups.
So it's not that they get paid based off their rate of work. Like you make 3 cups an hour, you get paid for that. You make 15 cups an hour, you get paid for that.
Why couldn't you? Why couldn't you do it that way? You really could, right?
That's wild.
So I don't know. The people like this. I don't know if you guys like this. I'm gonna let this play and we're gonna talk about it. But I don't know. I'm feeling the same way in the school. There's like this love-hate relationship, but I'm more on the no than the yes side, to be honest.
Tracks which percentage of these members of Congress stay on their phones the longest time.
Wow.
You see name there, 76.9%, 85.5%, 61.2%, 81.2%. Is this an area of AI where a level of accountability and surveillance goes to a level where a boss, a parent, where
you know, we paying for them. So this right here seems different to me.
I mean, we don't know what they're doing on their phone though. Like we don't know if they're on Facebook or if they're actually emailing.
Who needs 81% of the time that they're in that room on the phone when they're supposed to be gathering and talking about the issues that we should be getting done?
That's a good point.
Like if they're supposed to be doing that, they should have been in different rooms, or they should be there focused. But who knows what they're doing? You're right.
Where a level of accountability and surveillance goes to a level where a boss, a parent, by the way, parents, your kids go to school. Now you can see what teachers are doing with kids. You can kind of watch what teachers are doing with kids. You can now track what your kids are doing in school. You can track this for sports.
I think it is Candace Owens, but this is you guys didn't see this. You guys didn't see this. This is the Congress members that are on their phone 81%, 85%, 79%, or 76%, 61. They're on the phone as far as how long this has been tracking them, they've been on the phone that much time. It's crazy. It even has their ads.
Oh, wow.
That's wild. That's wild. Anyway, we're gonna move forward from the AI technology, man. What do you guys think of this crazy world that we're starting to introduce ourselves in? Is this something that's good? Is this something that's not? Is this more of an apocalyptic thing? Are we going into this like Terminator time, or are we going into a better world for ourselves, or is it a little bit of both? Or it just depends on what side of the fence you're on. Like if you're with the good guys, then you're winning, and if you're with the bad guys, are you losing? You know, so I gotta be honest. I wish to go back. I don't really want to go into the AI. I'm gonna face it like a man and like my family. I gotta prepare our family. But man, this gives the kids so much access to stuff.
Way more access than we ever had.
It's wild.
That part is scary because we have to relearn how to parent. Like not even like we have to create a new parenting style.
Yeah.
Around this, like it just dawned on me. Like we can't just be, you know, our normal, like, oh, this is what my father did, so I got to do the same thing. It's like, no, we got to create a new wave.
Everything is different. Everything is different.